before you leave, come and talk to me just for a second. My name is Tanya. I'm a registered nurse. Used to do mama baby nursing. I can tell you how abortion is going to hurt you. You'll never be the same again.
When I started filming Trapped, my film about the struggles of abortion providers in the South, I never thought I'd meet a protester like Tanya. In the Black community, most people describe themselves as religious. And even if they don't personally support abortion, they also describe themselves as pro-choice.
I'm the media spokesperson for Pro-Life Mississippi. The pro-life side has won. We've already won.
How did you get involved with Pro-Life Mississippi?
I had gone to Saturday morning mass, and someone came up to me and said, "Would you like to go and pray at the abortion clinic with us?" I said, "Sure." And I went out to the clinic, and I saw a picture of an aborted baby. And I fell on my knees and I wept. I couldn't pray. I could not believe it. I had an abortion when I was coming along, and it was at that time that I realized what I had done. I weep for women who are going to go down the same road that I go down, and I know how painful it is.
At the time, what made you think that you couldn't?
Fear.
What were you afraid of?
Everything. You name it, I was scared.
Were you married?
No. If I had been married, I wouldn't have been afraid of anybody finding out about my fornication. You know, which is a large part of why women have abortions. Ooh, can't let anybody know I was doing that. Ooh, can't let anybody know I'm pregnant and I'm not married. Ooh, can't let, you know, just fear. Just fear, and trying to keep the secret. Come here, sweetie, before you leave, let me give you some healing literature.
You cannot be on the fence like that.
Oh, I can't even do this. You guys on the air now?
You need to get up off the ground.
Who's ready for motherhood? You know, who's ready? No one's ready. But you accept. You accept. And we're talking about money and a babysitter. My dad was a family medicine doctor. Then I have several cousins who are physicians. The Black community is lukewarm. I got people in my family that got so angry with me when I started doing pro-life work. They're sitting on the fence. With abortion, there is no middle ground. Be hot or be cold. But if you're lukewarm, God will literally vomit you out of his mouth. You know, make up your mind. Choose good or choose evil.
There's so much about Tanya that's really fascinating to me. She has family members who are pro-choice, family members who are physicians, just like I do. But when I think about how she told me it's just about money and a babysitter, I get really upset. According to the Guttmacher Institute, 59% of American women who have abortions are already mothers. They know how hard the job is.
It took me 10 hours to get to this clinic. My area, Mississippi, it didn't have a clinic for abortion, so I had to look to my hometown where I'm from to see if they would do it for me, but they told me I was too far along. A lot of people are stopping at 9 weeks and 12 weeks, and I'm 17. Right now, I'm kind of relying on government assistance until I find a job. So I just didn't have the money for the abortion. So that's why it took me so long.
That is $460.
I paid $600 total. I just had a birthday, so I took some of the birthday money I had. And it was also a fear. Like, my mom, she doesn't believe in abortion.
So I need you to sign this form there.
I have a 6-month-old baby. It's just a lot that goes with taking care of one child, let alone two. I said, I can't do it. I can't do it again, not by myself. Like my child's father, he's not as involved as he should be. So yeah. Before I came, I was kind of scared. I'm like, I hope it's not a sketchy clinic, but everybody's so nice. The place is clean.
Hi, how you doing?
Cramping up a little bit.
Okay, you cramping a little bit? What I want to do is give you some medicine, put it in you, have them put it in your cheeks.
So just let it
Just put it in your cheeks, don't swallow it.
dissolve.
Yeah, just put it in your cheeks.
Well, I wasn't really planning on staying as long as I did. When I came in Tuesday, I thought that I was going to be gone by Thursday, which was yesterday, but it didn't happen like that. When I first came in, there was a lot of girls in here, so I guess he tried to schedule them first come, first serve, and I had to wait until today to get the procedure done.
Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Deep breaths.
Your cervix is dilated the way I need it to be. So this is when you start to feel something to pull it.
Miss Gloria, the operator of this clinic, I'm happy that she fought to keep it open. A lot of young ladies like me don't have a second chance to even look to other places to get this done, so I'm kind of happy about that.
Yeah, man.
My situation I have back home with my kid is all I'm thinking about.
Tell me what you want him to be when he grows up. What do you want for his life?
I'm sorry, Mom, I'm about to start crying, but I just want him to be better than me. I kind of went through a lot growing up or whatever, as far as my parents, and I just want him to be better than me. I was in the streets a lot. I've actually just kind of sort of got out the streets like a few years ago, and I just want him to be better than me. I'm a big believer in God and Jesus Christ, and only God can judge you. He knows where your heart is. So I feel like just do what you need to do.
And Father God, if there's anything, God, in our hearts, minds, soul, God, that will separate us from you, God, Father God, we repent of it, God, right now, God. And Father God, and ask you, God, to restore us, God, into right standing, God, with you, God. And Father God, we ask you, God.
I live in Montgomery. Not only do I work at my home church where I grew up in, I still live in the same house I grew up in. It's nothing like home, you know, and I think the greatest thing is to be able to be home.
You still in high school? You finished high school?
When I introduce myself to the women, I tell them that I am a licensed ordained minister, you know, and I'm not here to force anything on anybody. And I feel that my role here is not to judge anybody, but to let them know that, hey, God forgive you. We have all sinned and come short of the glory of God. But God is a forgiving God, you know.
For whatever reason, you know, you felt this was the best decision for you. So, you know, you got to be able to.
I prayed.
God forgives us, but the thing is, sometimes we can't forgive ourselves. So you got to forgive yourself, and you got to find peace in the time of a storm, okay?
My experience and my relationship with Christ makes a big difference in the recovery room, because when women, you know, are having that hard time and I have the opportunity to minister to them and stuff, they appreciate that.
Good morning, Reproductive Health Services. How may I help you?
Callie, here you go, baby.
All right.
So we'll find it.
God gave us choice. No one have the right to take that choice from anyone, you know, I feel. You don't have to agree with it, but that person still should have that choice to make their own decisions. The protesters say that I'm wrong, you know, but just because you close the clinic, that's not going to change the fact that women are going to still have abortions. And I think you need to be more concerned that they're going to have it in a safe place where they're going to get the treatment that they need and the care that they need versus in a back alley, in a dark room, or someone that don't really know what they're doing. Let him who's without sin cast the first stone. None of us know what tomorrow holds. So if you wake up in the morning and you don't have that bank account like you have now, and something will happen to one of your kids, what would you want? How would you feel?
You ready?
If you have never lived it, then you need to think about, hey, what can I do to help someone else? And making it hard is not helping.
Working on this film, I realized I actually had no idea what my mother thought about abortion. Like most kids, you think you know everything, but I realized I had never asked her.
Okay, don't say anything. I know I never told you this. So I'm going to say when I was around 40, we're talking 30 years ago, you must have just started college. And I discovered that I was pregnant. I went to the doctor. I think I was about somewhere between 4 and 6 weeks.
Wow, I never knew that.
There's a lot of stuff you don't know, but I'm telling you now. It was a very hard time for us economically. I had 4 children who were late teenagers. We had unbelievable financial troubles. At that time, we didn't know if we were going to be able to make, the house payment the next week. And it just seemed like just too overwhelming. And we made a decision to have an abortion. It was really a hard decision.
You know what I was thinking is my father died, my stepfather, he married when I was a teenager. He had 2 children, so we had this blended family. And all of us always wished we had... I don't know why. We always wanted you to have a baby. Did you know that?
No, but don't tell me that now. Still to this day, when I look at all of you, I think in terms of what this child would have been to you at this age. Like this child would be 30 now. I look at my grandchildren, and I will tell you it's something that never has gone away. It's funny that all the talks about abortion, I don't really think about my abortion, but what makes me think about my abortion are my children and my grandchildren. And I just will probably never get over it.
Are you religious?
I am very religious.
How do you reconcile faith and your choice?
I believe that God is forgiving. I think that people use God to justify whatever they want it to justify, but I don't think that God or Jesus really would chastise anyone. I think that God and Jesus would be pro-choice.
Me too.